Hey there friends and enemies, JoPa here again, and today I want to tell you all about two brand new items you don't want to miss in the Awakened King DLC for Remnant 2 that pair perfectly with the Ritualist archetype. These items are the Sparkfire shotgun, which is a long gun, as well as the Lighthouse Keeper's Ring. As far as the Sparkfire shotgun goes, this is a unique weapon because it deals burning damage as a primary effect, but doesn't have an intrinsic mod, so you can change the mods around if you would like to. And the beauty of this is that not only can you do fire damage with the base version, you can add a shock or corrosive or bleeding with the mod as well as the mutator. So this is one of the few weapons in the game, probably the only one, that allows you to do 3 different types of elemental damage. So that can be very, very handy with something like the Ritualist archetype, especially when you use the skill Eruption that causes damage for each different elemental type status effect that is ongoing. So that is one that I would highly recommend chasing after if you don't have it. It is very handy. The major downside for it is it doesn't have a lot of ammo, so you just want to essentially be using it as a conduit to do as much of these different status effects as possible. The other item is the Lighthouse Keeper's Ring. Automatically generate 3 mod power per second for each entity within 10 meters, suffering from a negative status effect, max for 5 stacks. Again, if you're implementing all these different status effects, this is going to help you generate a ton of mod power to keep using your mods, and it's just a nice little cycle there. These two items actually pair really well together, on top of being in unison with the Ritualist archetype as well. But how do you get them? Essentially, you will go to the Derelict Lighthouse map, and from there, you're going to proceed through as you normally would. And towards the end, you're going to encounter 2 of these mini bosses, the Thunder Piercer and Gore Carver. They're not overly difficult depending on what difficulty level you are in the game, but they can provide a challenge because they're both pretty interesting. They both will have different effects and everything like that, so definitely take them on as you can. And once you beat them, that's when you're going to have to make a choice, because you're going to proceed to the lighthouse after you get the lighthouse key that they drop. Now, you only get the lighthouse key if you defeat both of them, and once you do, you'll go to the lighthouse, and there's 2 different options. If you go up the stairs, you can follow it around to the top of the lighthouse. There's going to be a locked door. You can open that, and that's going to allow you to get the Lighthouse Keeper's Ring. Or you can go down below and then open up the door at the bottom of the lighthouse. This is going to grant you the shotgun. So keep in mind, you can only get 1 of these per run, so you're going to have to do 2 different visits to the lighthouse in order to get both items, but neither one is overly difficult to obtain. The 2 aberration mini bosses that you fight, like I said, can be challenging if you're taking it on Apocalypse difficulty or something like that. But other than that, the lighthouse area in general is not a very difficult tile set. It's the same thing every single time. There's no variation to the way the Derelict Lighthouse works, and you're guaranteed to get 1 of these 2 items during your run. So that's very, very nice, and I would highly recommend it. Like I said, the Sparkfire shotgun essentially is the best applier of status effects for any of the basic weapons in the game. When you compare it to something that has an intrinsic mod, there might be better options for just doing specific types of damage, but if you want to do the best all-around weapon, this is one that having something where you can essentially inflict all 3 different status effects at any given time is pretty insane, if you ask me. Anyway, let me know if you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, helps me out tremendously, shows you want to see more Remnant 2 content from me going forward. I appreciate all the love lately. It's been pretty awesome. My name is JoPa. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.